Should Trump change how Social Security CPI is conducted? All right, so we had on the live stream we did on Wednesday, we or the post-election live stream, where I proved to you all my predictions came true, every single one. My man, I forgot his name, good guy, he's been on here before. He said Social Security should change how COLAs are conducted. I said, dude, be careful what you wish for, man. Be careful what you wish for. So his thinking is we should go to CPI as opposed to AWI for while you're working. And I could not disagree with that more, actually. All right, so remember, while you're working, all right, up until you're 62, we use our average wage index increases to give you a cost of living adjustment. We don't use CPI. We use an AWI, average wage index. An average wage index historically has been about 50 basis points, or 1% above CPI. All right. So if you look at it, and you read my book, I go over all this. Read my book, Relax and Retire: Debunking Inflation Fears. Anyway, so if you have CPI as opposed to the average wage index, that 50 basis points reduction, amigos, you're talking 35 to 45 years of labor. I mean, just compare your investment portfolio if you got a 10% rate of return versus 9.5% rate of return on a compounding average over 35 to 45 years. Compare it. But Josh, we don't get paid for 45 years of labor. You don't get paid for 45 years of labor, but you get paid for the top 35. The top 35, right? So the money you made in 1983, you made $100,000 is worth a hell of a lot more than the $100,000 you made in 2016. Or the money you made in 2016, if it's $100,000, it's worth a hell of a lot more than the $10,000 you made in 1982 because of average wage index. That's how it works, amigos. So you do not want to sacrifice 50 basis points on your top 35 average wage index, or top 35 of your highest annual earnings, highest indexed earnings. All right. So that is one thing. We do not want to get rid of AWI unless you want reducing Social Security. If you can't stand Social Security that much, man, buy me a cup of coffee. It's right there in the show notes. Buy it to me. I'll take your Social Security. If you want to say, you know something, Josh, I don't deserve an extra $100 a month. I like you. You deserve it, dude. I will be happy to take that off your chest. And there's no gift tax. No gift tax because it's less than $17,000. Oh, and if you want to give me more than $17,000, there's still no gift tax because not only do you have the annual exclusion, you also have your lifetime exemption as well. So if you want to throw me a check for $5 million, trust me, I'll take it off your chest, dude. Just give it to me. Send me a check. I'm being facetious, bots. I'm being facetious. We're just trolling people in a funny way. Hopefully the bots who manage everything in our world can have a little bit of a sense of humor. Oh, that Josh, he's so funny. He's so witty. He got his pearly yellows. Look, bots, look. All right, part two. Now, when you're retired and you no longer have an average wage index, now you have the cost of living adjustment, which is based on CPI-W. We got CPI-E, CPI-U, CPI-W. Now I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember. Anyway, one of the ones. And they're all basically the same. They're basically 2 to 3 basis, 20 to 30 basis points off. I can't remember which one. I wrote about in my book. But anyway, the CPIE that everyone seems to be like, we should go to CPIE. Like who's that stupid lady? I forgot her name off the top of my head. Anyway, she's a big lib. I can't remember her name. She's like, we need to readjust Social Security inflation using the CPIE. That would keep up with the rising costs for seniors. CPIE is like 10 basis points over CPIW or CPIU. I can't remember which one they use. I just off the top of my head, I can't. Oh my God, how do you not know this, Josh? I thought you were a professional financial planner. I don't know, dude. The last thing I am, I'm certainly not professional. Look at this, in my T-shirt inside out. You know, I'm doing a video on my phone. I'm walking around in the gym. Oh my goodness, this is the lack of professionalism. If you want professional, there's a million other guys on YouTube who are professional who bore me to death, by the way. I'm like, oh, can we have a personality? By the way, I've never said I'm right about everything. I just tell you, I just won't lie. I mean, I've never said 100%. Oh, Josh, you're wishy-washy on, like, because I reposted a video. I think I accidentally deleted it, I saw, but I can't remember, how I predicted Trump would win in 2023. And then in the last Sunday, I said I think Trump will lose. And people are like, you're so wishy-washy. Dude, it's just my feeling at the time, man. All it is, I change with the times. I'm just telling you right now, if things look different to me and new information comes out, I just didn't think Kamala would lose if the race was close. And I did not trust that Rasmussen would get it as spot on as it did. People forget how wrong Rasmussen was in 2012. And if memory serves, 2022 as well. It was another year they were wrong, way off. And dude, I'm telling you, man, in 2012, I thought Romney was going to win, and Romney got smoked. And I remember thinking, I said, what the hell? I'll never forget that. And I was depressed. Not like these idiots out there today. I mean, I went to work the next day. He took on chin and moved on. You know what I'm saying? But I was depressed, not the right word. I was stunned and just like, damn. I was like, man, my country does not see the way things I do. That's for sure. I was stunned. And Rasmussen had us winning, man, and we lost, and it really wasn't close. I just couldn't believe it, dude. And the same thing happened like 2022, if memory serves, or maybe it was 2018. I think it's 2022. But I didn't fall for it then. Don't you forget, my friends, I called 2022 almost exactly. I said we would not win the Senate. I said we'd take the House. It'd be closer, but I said we weren't going to win the Senate, and I was right. All these other people say it's going to be a red wave. No. You can see that a mile away. And I also called that we'd win 3 Senate seats in 2024. We have won 3. We're still waiting for AP has called Pennsylvania for the Republican. I don't trust those Democrats as far as I could kick them, so it would not shock me in the least if we lost Pennsylvania and we'd only have a 3-seat win. If we can win Pennsylvania, that'd be huge, though. And who knows what the hell's going on in Arizona, Nevada, and Wisconsin, and freaking Michigan. I don't trust those guys as far as I could kick them. But, people do split the tickets, man. I mean, all these Republicans, like, it's fraud. I don't know. Some people will vote for Republicans on the top ticket, and they'll vote down ticket for the Democrats, especially Democrats who turn. Like, I just don't like Kamala. I don't like this woke crap. I'm going to vote for Trump, or I'll vote for Jill Stein, but I'm going to vote for the Democrat senators just to put some kind of barrier on Trump's ability to ram through the Senate. I get that. I can see people voting split ticket. I mean, hell, have I ever done that? I don't think so, but I could see that for sure. If we ran Mittens again on the Republican Party, I wouldn't vote for him, but I'd certainly vote for the Republicans down ticket. That's just a fact. So I can see that. But anyway, so Trump, right now, the only way to change the CPI would be what they're saying, CPIE, CPI for the elderly. That doesn't change much, dude. It just doesn't. So if you're going to allow them to change the CPI, I can almost guarantee you're going to allow them to change AWI. And that'd be a significant mistake just because you think that CPI needs to be adjusted. I think you'd be making a mistake. I would ask you to say, no, let's just keep it the way it is. It's pretty doggone good. Because, by the way they measure CPI, as I talk about in my book, Relax to Retire, is not reality for retirees, especially retirees who don't buy a car every year, don't have a house, even if you had a mortgage, they don't rent, they don't have a mortgage. But even if you had a mortgage, your mortgage is most likely on fixed. And I guarantee the vast majority of you with a mortgage is on fixed, and it's probably not been paying that much in interest anyway. I mean, this cost, the CPIE, is like 60% is based on, I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but it's not realistic relative to you specifically. So no, we don't want any changes in the Social Security CPI. Just leave it as it is. All right, God bless you.